everybody, Jewel back again with another super cool astrology video. And today I thought we would focus on the inconjunction between the Sun and Saturn in the composite chart. And what happens when we have this going on between two people. So, composite charts are when we take the planets from both people and we find the midpoint between all the planets, and it shows us how they show up in a relationship, how their different elements, their ingredients that make them individuals, mix together, and what kind of relationship they bake up out of that. So the Sun is the goals within a partnership in a composite chart. It's where it shows where the two people are going and where their two individual egos, personalities, identities meet, and how the force of that meet mixes and what it causes them to feel and do. So Saturn is the long-term goals for a relationship and what makes the relationship feel secure, committed, what brings the sense of, this is a solid, concrete something to build on. So when we have these two in an inconjunct aspect, it means about 150 degrees within one or 2 points, has to be pretty close to being in conjunction, or you run into other minor aspects. It really shows that the partnership goals, which is Saturn, and the individual's goals, which is the Sun, are not on the same page. There's a real inability to reconcile the two people's separate identities with where they are going together within the partnership. So, something has to be sacrificed when we have this one. Something has to be given up within either the individuals or within the relationship. So you have to really look at the houses that this is falling into to show you what areas of the partnership are really going to be the sticky factors here. So the people involved, have to either give up something that they want themselves or that is directly tied to their own individual identities in order to make the partnership work in a long-term or a committed fashion. Because what the two people want when they come together within a partnership for the relationship, what they want for each other together is so different than what they want for themselves apart. That it's just this thing that they have to find a way to solve. How do we be ourselves within this relationship and still have enough in common when it comes to where we want to go together to actually go there together? So they have to be very wise and mature and understanding when we have this one, because somebody, usually both people, have to make the sacrifice willingly. Because if not, if it's something where they feel like they're forced or it's a have to, or if they don't, then the other one is just going to hit them with all kinds of consequences, then it really breaks down into blaming or feeling robbed or feeling controlled or like something has been taken from you that was yours. And so there is a great deal of blame that can come into a relationship when we've got this one. So the two people have to be very magnanimous about how they behave towards each other. You can't be petty when you've got this in conjunction. So if you are small-minded and not very forward far thinking when it comes to where you are going to be together, then this is one where they can blame each other for having had to do all the work or all the sacrificing. Typically it's both that had to do that. So it's important that it be even, it be fair when it comes to how much or what the individuals are letting go of or compromising about in order to make the relationship one that they both feel like they're going forward in such a way that is together. So you have to feel like you've gotten a return for your efforts when you have this one, or it really descends into you made me do this, or if I hadn't done this, then I would be here, or I would have this if I hadn't done this for you, or if I hadn't given up this job so that you could have the job that you wanted, then I would do blah, 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 blah. So it's very much about equal sacrifice, equal compromise. They have to both compromise either some of their goals or some of their individual identity in order to feel like we have created a situation where now we can both go forward in such a way that is conducive to a committed relationship. So it's just really about the goals versus the two people involved. So you have to get really creative. And it's important within conjunctions to keep at it, because it's in that that working to solve it that you develop the flexibility within your own individual personalities that make relationships easier. So this is one where the two people are really learning about teamwork, and they're learning it through having to compromise or sacrifice their own stuff, or having to really sit down and figure out how they can have a committed relationship, but be pursuing their own individual goals. How their individual goals can actually meet up to create a relationship goal. So you have to be flexible and creative, forgiving, mature, and above all, magnanimous when you have this particular inconjunction. Because we have two people who do want to be together, but they are having to figure out how to do that as a pair. So I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. You can find me on the internet at truthandaspectastrology.com. You can find me on Facebook at Truth and Aspect Astrology, where you should be following me because I do all kinds of articles over there. Birthday descriptions, the daily astro weather forecast, and I do specialize in asteroids as well, which I do writings on over there. I'm working on my book of asteroids. That should be done here relatively quickly. And I am mainly a relationship and intimacy astrologer, but I interpret all types of charts under the sun. So contact me for private consultation. And I will be back super soon with more super cool videos. Bye-bye.